you recording?
I just started it right now. Hold on, relax, chill. I'm trying to get the levels right, man. I had all this stuff unplugged. Everything got reset back to zero. All right, but anyways, I think we're good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the gathering of the League of Sedentary Gentlemen. I'm your host, Brian. Joining me tonight, Boomer and Fossil Gamer. Gentlemen,
Yo.
it's been like 4 weeks, man. It took way longer than I thought to rip everything out of my office and give it a good clean. I replaced my curtains. That was an ordeal. But I could finally have, like, I can't show you because of the webcam, but I have the window right behind my monitors. I can finally open it. Like that window has been shut for 7 years or longer. Like, who knows? Because the curtains were broken. The curtains that were in here, like, it was that old school style where it had the hooks built into the pole, and you pulled the string and they opened up. Well,
yeah.
that shit, we bought it broken, and so who knows how long it had been broken. So those curtains in that window had been shut for like 7+ years.
Damn.
And so yeah, and I, like, you know, I could hear my computer like take a big gasp of fresh air when I opened it.
Oh, it's funny. I mean, you mentioned that. I actually, my server was like really acting up. Like it was real loud, the fan. I was like, what the hell's wrong with it? Turns out it was the power supply was so caked up with dust.
Yeah,
the
that
little
happens.
tray on the bottom.
Yeah.
I felt so bad. I mean, I normally try to clean them once a month, but I just forgot. And as soon as I did it, it's quiet now.
Yeah, I try to do it every 6 months. Inside the house, the two computers in the house it's not too bad. They're usually not very dusty, but in here in my office, good God, dude, it's like that scene in Back to the Future 3 where they find the DeLorean in the cave. Like, it gets bad, dude. And
Do you have carpet in there?
Yeah, it's that weird, like, it's that weird indoor outdoor stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it's, so this whole room is like OG. It's a throwback to the 60s.
Looks like we got the wood panel and everything in the back.
Wood paneling, orange indoor outdoor carpet. It's just, and then it had the curtains that are behind me on the windows back there. It had those same curtains in the front windows, and finally rid of those. But yeah, so it gets dusty back here and it sucks. And so if I don't clean this thing out every 6 months, it'll choke to death. It'll die of asphyxiation.
But I think if you like for me, if I get rid of this carpet, it's gonna be better because these damn dogs run around, create all the dust.
I hate carpet. In a previous life, when I lived with my mom and my stepdad used to take me on side gigs and make me help him for money. He would pay me pretty well, but I mean, he would make me do it. It wasn't really a choice. It was like, you're going to come do this with me. I'll pay you, but you're going to do it. And I'm like, fine. And so one of the jobs we had to do was remove carpet from this giant house in Lakewood. And that was the most disgusting thing I've ever done in my life, was remove carpet from a house. That it was the same, like, I think it was an old couple that had passed away. Wow. And so, it was the same owners. They had the carpet for years. When we were pulling it out, oh, dude, it was like dry heave. Like, it was so gross. The stuff that gets under the carpet and just festers, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's nasty. And especially if you have pets, dude, because dogs have accidents in the house and you don't always get to it in time. Right. You don't always know about it.
Soaks through, and I had stains on when I bought my house in Alhambra years ago. I ripped the carpet out, and actually the padding was so old that it was literally just falling apart.
Yeah, it crumbles.
And there was a bunch of stains on the hardwood because they had dogs.
Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Okay, Molly Mays, that's enough with the cleaning, huh?
All right, yeah. I have a funny story. Boys and girls. This is about this is a life lesson about burning bridges. All right. So we had a site technician, I'm not going to name any names, who worked in the same district as me. And she was very smart, very good at her job, but had issues working with others, I guess is what I want to say. Doesn't work well with others. Had a little bit of an attitude problem, anxiety issues, I want to say.
Wait, and she's doing IT?
Yeah, she's IT person.
For your school?
She quit. She quit. And
what a position to have that kind of bad attitude working with people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But not only did she quit, she she burned some bridges on her way out the door. Like she had a verbal altercation with another technician at the district level, and it wasn't good. Like she put in. So I'll give you the a little bit of the backstory so you understand. But she actually got a full-time gig for the summer only for the college that she worked at. She had 2 part-time jobs. She worked for us part-time and she worked for the college. When I say the college, I meant Fullerton College. Part-time, or Cal State Fullerton, sorry.
Cal State Fullerton. Okay.
And she ended up getting a full-time gig, but I understand it was just for the summer. But so she put in her 2-week notice with us because she was like, I don't know, I don't know what her thought was, but I think maybe she was hoping that it would roll over to a full-time gig or something.
I'm still listening. I need to turn off the light on this thing still.
For sure. And so she had put in a 2-week notice, and during that I think she got like 3 or 4 days into her 2-week notice, and she quit. She just up and left because she fell into this funk where she didn't really want to do. We were working on a big project. We're in the middle of migrating over to a new MDM, which is a huge task because every single student iPad has to be touched.
Right.
They all have to be wiped and re-enrolled into our new MDM, and it's a huge job. And she got to the point where she didn't want to do that anymore. She didn't want to do it. And so whenever the higher up, the person, that was in charge of helping her, like tasked her with doing that, she's like, "No, I'm not feeling it." She would just be like, she didn't want to do it. Being insubordinate, basically. And so she got into a verbal altercation with that person and then just left. She left her iPad on her desk. I joke around at work. I said she turned in her badge and her gun. And she left, and she bounced. And so fast forward, it's been like 3 weeks since that happened. I get a text from Hank, and he's like, "Hey, call me if you have a chance. I think we're stealing one of your employees." And I'm like, "What?" I text a couple of my coworkers. I'm like, "Who's leaving?" Like, Hank says he got somebody from here applying over there. And so I gave him a call when I had a chance, and he's like, "Do you know?" I'm not going to say her name, but he said her name, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know her." I'm like, "She just quit," and I gave him the lowdown, and he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "All right." And I'm like, "You should still, probably give her an interview, like, even though she's got a little bit of an attitude problem, but maybe if you put her with the right people, it'll work out because she's smart. She can definitely do the job." And he's like, "All right." And then we hung up, and then he texted me back like maybe an hour or two later, and he's like, "Yo, I told my boss what you said, and he canceled the interview." He's like, "I don't want to deal with it."
Oh shoot! Damn.
So I'm like, all right, life lesson there, kids. Don't burn any bridges. No matter how, regardless of how you feel about people, when you leave a job, leave politely and professionally.
You know that saying, right? The 6 degrees of separation, right?
Yeah. So
you never know who you're gonna run into.
Yeah, exactly. It's a small world, man. And what are the odds that one of my really good friends, gets her application and is like, "Hey, La Habra School District," and hits me up.
It's almost like karma too when you think about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
If she was cool,
yeah,
there would be no problem. But she was a total,
She had issues.
Yeah.
And
oh well.
It is what it is. I felt bad for a moment, but then I was like, you know what? Nah, dude, because I've been in situations where I hated what I did or where I worked, and then or I was unhappy with people at work, and I'm never I'm never mean or I don't burn bridges. I'm always professional. Right. I'm always nice. Even when I'm directly working with somebody that I don't like, I'm still very professional. I'm very nice. I'm very polite. Because that's how you have to be. Because you never know, dude. You never know.
Well, hey man, we've all done it. Like I did that. I burned, like I nuked the bridge. I used to work for Lucky Supermarket.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember Lucky.
From there, I went to, I was going to be a game tester for Playmates Interactive, and I literally told Lucky's to kiss my ass. I even, when I walked out, I saw the camera. I did the gesture, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
And they were like, I didn't give him 2 weeks. I gave him 2 days.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, if you leave this way, you won't be able to come back. And I'm like, okay. And I laughed in their face and just walked away. But that was pretty bad. But come on. I mean, supermarkets and video games. I mean, when are they gonna ever cross? But like you said, you never know.
Yeah.
I seriously burned a bridge. I was working for some dumb. They did aircraft work. They did dummy rocket cases and things like this. Anyway, I took the job for probably a little less money than I could have got because I I didn't want to go in and have to jump right in and do certain things. And he hired like 80% of the employees couldn't speak English, and there were 5 of us guys that could speak English, and we set all the jobs up for everybody else. And anyway, my boss on the floor found out that I was a tool maker at a couple of places, and he goes, "Man, I really need a couple of tools made." And so he showed me what was going on, and so cat was out of the bag. I'm making some pretty complicated tools to turn these rocket cases and bullshit. But this guy was an asshole that owned the business. He wouldn't put toilet paper in the bathroom.
Oh, come on.
And he'd wait until everybody there that had a toolbox had a roll of fucking toilet paper in their toolbox, because this guy wouldn't put toilet paper or soap in the bathroom. And he was constantly doing shit like this. So I called fucking OSHA. I told him about it. They came down. This guy was furious. I let him know it was me. I said, "You're being an asshole," and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, he was in a meeting with the other heads of the little departments that he had, and one of them was the toolmaker machinist boss, my boss. And he's like, "I want you to fire that fucking Ed." But he's making the rocket casing. Nobody else can make that. Well, put him on nights. I don't want to have to see his fucking face. So he put me on nights, and I called OSHA once again when he did something else. And finally, after about a year, when I got done with 2 tools that had to get built, he laid me off. But what really made me sad was he laid off like 10 of the other non-English speaking people to make it look good, because he knew I knew what was going on in the workplace and that I would file something for him if he just laid me off and blah, blah. So he laid off like 10 other people. I felt really bad for those guys, but I think he turned around, probably hired them all back a week later.
Probably,
yeah, that's not really burning a bridge. That is that's being
conscientious employee.
That's being the squeaky wheel, and that's the reason why unions exist. And I joined one because fuck all that, dude. Like, nah.
Well, like when I did mine, I felt so good. Oh, you can't believe how good I felt. I was like, oh yes. Like the only time I ever did that. The only time. Yeah.
I had some money in the bank, and I was getting unemployment at the time. And I kind of took the job just in case something came up or I didn't like it. I wanted to make myself invaluable to them, and then just like, yeah, well, fuck you, I'm leaving, and walk out the door. That was kind of my plan, because I'd worked in so many places where I didn't get treated very well. And here I am in a position where I can come in like I don't know anything, make myself invaluable to them, and then just say, yeah, you know what, fuck off, I don't like working here. Which is kind of what I ended up doing.
Right.
It's just that he actually laid me off before I could quit when I finished that last tool.
Yeah, well, as soon as you finished the last tool, you should have just went in, threw your badge and shit on the table and said, "All right, tool's done, fuck off." I'm out.
I should have. And I only stuck around to finish the tool because I really liked the guy I was working for. We became pretty good friends. And he told me some shit he really shouldn't have told me. But I guess he needed somebody to talk to.
Well, that's usually what happens with coworkers. You end up being that person that gets the uncomfortable news. But yeah, that's, like I said, I don't consider that burning a bridge. I consider that toxic work environment. Yeah, that's F that noise.
This guy looked exactly like I don't know if you remember the show The Commish.
Yes, I remember that show.
This guy looked exactly like, well, he was in the Fantastic Four too. He was I think he was the rock guy before he turned into a rock or something. Anyway, later on, after the Commish, he was completely bald by then. But anyway, this guy was a spitting image of him.
Oh, I know who you're talking about from, what's his name? Damn, what's that dude's name?
I can't remember his name, but
I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
But it can be fun to fuck with a company that needs to be fucked with.
It can be. It depends on your position, though, and it's unfortunate that a lot of people they don't want to be the whistleblower because they can't afford to get fired, or they can't afford to be fucked with.
And that's why I felt bad about those 10 guys that got laid off. But like I said, I'm pretty sure he hired them right back maybe the week later.
After OSHA came down, did you start putting toilet paper in there?
For a while. And then, like I said, I'd have to come in. I actually went and talked to him a couple of times, and he's like, well, the budget's tight. I'm going, that's bullshit. I said, then close the business down. If you can't afford to put toilet paper and soap in the bathroom, close the fucking place down.
Right.
Then he would just storm out, and I cracked up so much when my boss is like, my floor boss is like, dude, you should have seen him. His veins were popping out of his neck, and he's like, fucking guy. I thought that was great.
Oh, that's typical, and it makes you wonder how people like that get into a position of leadership.
Unfortunately, most of the leaders, well, a majority of the leaders are assholes like that.
So. Yeah, that sucks.
Hey, did you get invited to Stubbs' birthday party, Fossil?
Yes. Yeah, I went down.
I guess it was a pretty good spread that the caterer. I guess this caterer does all kinds of like big.
Oh yeah, it was
Hollywood
amazing.
And all this stuff.
He did like this. It was some type of rib meat.
Yeah, he did short ribs and
short ribs,
charcuterie tray,
couple mashed potatoes,
cheeses and meats and all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
and my
I
wife.
got one question for you though. Was the incident with the locked bathroom as funny as it was told to me?
Incident with the locked bathroom.
Well, it was I was in the other room, and I was trying to hear this real like loud banging. I was like, "What the hell is going on out there?" And they're trying to break the door.
Somebody went out of the bathroom and locked it before they went out and closed it, and he didn't have a key. And supposedly there was like a number 2 bowel movement that was urgent, and they're taking a hammer and they're freaking beating the hell out of the doorknob and trying to kick the door in.
They got it, they got it though. Yeah, I mean, I thought that was
open.
That was kind of strange to have I thought it was one of those bathroom locks that had a little hole with you stick the thing through.
Yeah, usually.
But it was a key. It was actual key. It was a key.
Oh yeah, it's a kind of a business thing,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess like.
So he just has to replace it, but it wasn't
no big deal.
How come he didn't have?
Thought that was funny.
How come he didn't have a key?
I don't know. I don't know.
Probably nobody ever locks the door, but then you have some people there that don't work there and not normally there.
Because he has some employees and some interns that work there. I mean, people got to use the restroom, right? Nobody locks the door. Does he just tell them like, "Hey, don't lock the door"?
Well, no. Listen,
maybe they lock it. They probably just forgot to unlock it.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Now you got to understand, there's some etiquette here involved. You don't lock the door when you leave and close it locked, and or it could be, and I've had this in my Covina house. For some reason the knob you can still turn it on the inside even though the door is locked. It's still open, but it's locked. And a few times I locked myself out of my own house in Covina. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it could be one of those.
That happens. Those are those old school doorknobs. They do that.
I hate
and
those.
then
oh my god, I was so pissed.
when you have kids to play with locks, we had to buy the little tool to unlock the locks when it just has the hole in the doorknob, like you were saying.
Yeah.
We bought several of those tools and we just put them up on the door jambs around my house because the kids will fuck with the locks. It got to the point where I removed the doorknobs from their rooms because they would just immediately, like, as soon as we put them to bed or whatever and walk out of the room, they'd immediately go and shut the door and lock it. And I'd be like, "All right, you little fuckers." And so I removed the doorknobs.
Well, I mean that kind of happened here in my house because this house was a rental before. They rented all 3 rooms out, and each room had a key.
Yeah.
And one time I actually locked my office, but there was enough space between a door and a jamb where I could use like a credit card, and I was able to open the door that way. And I changed the lock. Actually, no, I haven't changed it yet. Shit, that reminds me. I need to, change the lock. But all the other locks I changed, so now they're the ones with the little.
The pinhole. Yeah. When I used to rent a room with my friends, I had a door that locked with a key on my room too, because my trust no one mentality.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, you guys want to talk about video games or you want to talk about guns?
Let's do guns first.
Let's do guns first.
Yeah.
Oh man,
the fuckers.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, a lot has happened.
Be liberal, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, liberal.
The fucking assault rifle.
No,
this is why I was hoping.
You ban assault rifles, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna let all the criminals. They're gonna have a field day.
Yeah, they're gonna make a killing off of selling illegal guns.
it's gonna hurt the people like me who are law-abiding citizens that own
Yeah.
rifles.
So this is why I wanted Jade. I was hoping that Jade would be able to join us so I could hear his perspective too, because he's a he's a gun person, but he's like middle of the road when it comes to like legislation about with guns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And
kind of am too. I mean,
Well,
you know,
actually, the way to really solve the problem is to take all guns away.
yeah, no,
no,
That's
that's
See,
what
not.
there you
they
go.
did. That's
There you
what
go
they do
again.
in Europe. That's
No,
what they did in Australia. After
No, yeah,
one mass
but
but
what
this
happened?
is
But what
and
happened?
there's no gun. There hasn't been a gun death in
Mm.
England in 30
Yeah, there's
years,
been knife
dude.
deaths. There's been people running people
Yeah,
over. You
yeah.
know,
but Europe,
so I think what they're gonna ban cars? Are they
Your
gonna
whole
ban
thing
knives?
about not banning assault rifles is that this is the bad
No.
people.
Listen,
But listen,
No,
listen,
England and
we. But
Australia
look, you have
banned
to understand.
everything.
Yeah, but look at United States. I'm sorry, this is a really fucked up country.
yes,
Oh,
Okay,
very
yes,
fucked up.
so you
and
know, we're already tainted. Okay, we're beyond help.
yeah,
So
and
we're just gonna
Yeah.
make it easier for criminals.
plus, I
Honestly.
mean, and like you just said, it's the United States of America, man. You're not taking guns away. You can't.
The
It'll be
It's
a
never
civil
army
gonna.
war.
has to get
It's
It'll be
involved.
civil war.
yeah. It's
Right?
never gonna work. You will cause another
Yeah.
civil war. Half the country will fucking say "f you" and they'll want out.
Yeah.
Here's what.
But like,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, like, just like I said, we're already messed up. So
Yeah.
taking the guns away is just gonna make it worse.
Exactly.
You know?
And-
That's not going to make it worse. But
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
look at they're making guns out of 3D printers. They're using 3D printers
Yeah.
to make the lower receivers, put all the stuff in there, and then they're ghost guns.
they want to
So-
stop doing that too.
Oh, that's never gonna happen.
That's
It's
never
like
gonna happen.
dropping-
You can't.
It's like dropping blood in water. Just gonna
Yeah.
dissipate. And
That's like saying Microsoft wants to stop Windows piracy.
yeah.
You can't. You fucking can't do that. Like
No.
you can tell people don't 3D print guns. I'm
Yeah.
watching you, but fuck
I
that. They're
know.
gonna do it
I
anyway.
got slapped in the face with just how stupid part of the country is. So I totally understand.
Yep.
Well, it is what it
Yep.
is, and here's what this is something that I heard that I really like, and I wish that this becomes a thing. Like one of the politicians needs to grab this and run with it, and that is they need to treat guns, assault rifles in general, like cars.
With insurance.
Yeah, make people register them, make people pay an annual registration fee, make people do a test every so often. You know, how every state has a different law on how often they have to test at the DMV, right?
Yeah.
And then make them have insurance on it, liability insurance. If somebody steals your gun and goes and commits mass murder, you're liable for that shit, bruh. Like that, make it
That'll make people lock them up. And
exactly.
keep 'em,
That will
you know,
make people
yeah.
act right. As soon as they understand that they're liable for it, that'll make them act right. And then
And
Yes
here-
and, yes and no. A lot of these mass shooters go in knowing that they're going to die, so they don't give a fuck.
no, but that's not. And a lot of the mass shooters, though, they got the rifle from somebody
Oh,
else.
from somebody else. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one kid that at Sandy Hook that killed the most
Yeah.
little children.
Yes.
He took his mom's or his dad's gun.
And that shit should have been locked up in the house to begin with, and it
Yeah.
wasn't. And also, I mean, I know Walmart has made a lot of changes since then, but they're the ones that sold the damn kid the ammo, man. Fucking Walmart.
well, here's my
Walmart
thing
doesn't
too.
sell it anymore.
Here's my thing. What gets me is, and I know some people are going to disagree, but I honestly don't think the government should allow these parents to sue the gun manufacturers
Nah.
because honestly, it's not their fault
no.
that these idiots did what they did. If anything, they need to go after. Well, in this case, this last one, they need to go after the store where the kid bought the gun from. How in the hell was
Yeah.
he able to buy 2 rifles within a period of a few days after his 18th birthday?
Because they lived in Texas.
Because over here it's 15 days. I mean, I bought my rifle. I had to wait 15 days to get the lower receiver, and
Yeah.
you can't buy a gun for another 30 days. I think it's
Yeah.
15 or 30 days. You can't buy another.
This is Texas.
It's because it was Texas, and
Yeah,
so they should be
yeah.
suing the governor, and maybe even sue the lobbyist for the NRA, because they're the problem in Texas. This is specifically about Texas, not any other states, but I'm
well,
specifically
the NRA
speaking.
is a problem everywhere because
Yes.
they're the ones paying all the politicians to sit on their hands.
Yes, but then you
Right.
have states like California who just tell them to fuck off, right? So,
Yeah.
but I mean, so I'm talking about Texas in particular, where it's a dangerous situation. You got the NRA telling them, to relax gun laws, and you have a moron for a governor who's okay with it, and enacts all these crazy policies. He's a fucking idiot. It's his fault this happened. So that's who should be sued, not the
Him and that
manufacturers. No.
asshole Senator Cruz.
Oh
What's
yeah.
his name?
That numbnuts.
Yeah.
I hate Cruz, man.
Fucking idiot. I can't stand to
Yeah.
even look at that guy's face.
Nah, he's an asshole. Did you see? I love Green Day, man. They're one of my favorite bands. Did you see that in their concert? I think it was last night or 2 nights ago. They hung a giant banner behind the stage that said "Fuck Ted Cruz," and they just left it up for the whole concert.
I wish I had saw that. God, I hate that fucker.
Yeah. I love Green Day, man.
I don't know. It's not an issue that's going to get fixed because of the people, the mentality, and I just, like I said, Brian knows what I'm talking about. I don't want to get into it too much because it'll get him in trouble if people listen to the thing. But somebody said something so outrageous, so stupidly unbelievable, and believed it and argued it, and somebody else strolled up and goes, "Oh yeah, I heard about that." And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this world? I mean, it was unthinkable what they said that could even possibly be true, and they believed it with every fiber of their fucking body. And half the country's like that now.
Yes, people are gullible. People believe things. Part of it is media. Like, people say, "Oh, don't watch Fox News," blah blah blah, and I tell people, don't watch any news. All news is bad. There's no good news. Like,
well,
they're all bad.
Look at Homeboy. I mean, I'm kind of iffy about this guy. That Kyle Rittenhouse. I mean, what he did was fucked up. I mean, he didn't really belong where he was, but he had to defend himself. But the thing is, now he's suing like all these news agencies and all that because they totally made him seem like he's this white supremacy little punk ass, like just looking for trouble. Yeah. Like he went up there on purpose.
Was that the kid with the shotgun that shot a couple?
No, the rifle.
He had a rifle. It wasn't a shotgun. Yeah, he had an AR.
I mean, he killed one guy that was a convicted child molester, right? That was trying to kill him, I guess. I don't know. The second guy, well, he shot some skateboard kids.
He shot some kids that were just wrong place, wrong time.
And one guy actually shot at him with the gun.
So don't say that. I hate that more than anything else. Wrong place, wrong time. Fuck that. The people that got shot were where they were supposed to be, where they wanted to be. There is no wrong place, wrong time. That's so fucked up. It's the person that shot them.
Well, what I meant by wrong place, wrong time is they weren't actually even part of the riot or the protest that was going on. It was just they were just there. Yeah. And that's what I mean by wrong place, wrong time. Yeah. But the Kyle Rittenhouse, so he was a aspiring law enforcement officer, right? He wanted to go into the military and he wanted to be a police officer. I thought he wanted to be like a nurse or something. Wasn't he like a nurse or something? Want to be a doctor or a nurse? I didn't know about that. I thought he wanted to be in the military, right? And
maybe
then maybe he wanted to be a nurse in the military, maybe,
or field medic or something like that.
Yeah, and he felt compelled to go help. He saw, so part of it. It's funny that he's suing the media. Part of it is their fault, right? For the way that they were, that they were portraying what was happening, and the way that he saw it on TV. He felt compelled to do something, and part of that is parenting. His parents should have been there to intervene and not let him take a fucking rifle across state lines to a protest to go shoot people. Like, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm the asshole, but. If my kid
wasn't he underage too?
Yeah, he's underage. I think he's still underage.
When it happened.
Yeah.
No, isn't he 18? I think he's 18 already.
Is he 18 now?
When it happened.
Yeah. When it happened,
like 16 or something, right?
Yeah, he was definitely underage. And
how the hell did he have a rifle at 16 or 15?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if I saw one of my kids with a rifle in their hand saying, "I'm going to Nevada to the protest," and I'm like, "The fuck you are."
Hey, guess who was given a rifle when they were 16th on their 16th birthday?
You.
Me. My mom and dad, they were born in Illinois. They lived in the country. They on farms. And when you turn 16, you got your rifle. My dad bought me a 22 rifle living in Los Angeles when I turned 6. Even I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
You're supposed to go shoot jackrabbits. That's what you're supposed to do with it.
Cats, 22, there were no jackrabbits in Covina.
But that's
22. That's a pop gun, man. You shoot some coyotes or something.
That's what Grandpa did probably when he was 16, right? He went out and shot some rabbits with his 22 rifle. But
He used to use his handgun. He was lazy. He'd sit on the fender of the car, and my mom would drive slowly through the trees, and he'd sit there and shoot squirrels, and they'd cook them for dinner.
well, that's why you got a
You know,
rifle when you were 16.
but if anything, I think, you know, like you were talking about the rights, you know, like I said, we're beyond taking guns away. When I hear like the president, they want to ban AR-15, I'm like, dude, there's never gonna happen.
No,
If
that's not the right way to
anything,
go.
they just need to do the background checks, you know, increase those, make it longer time. Is it 21 now, or is it still 18
No, it's
for a rifle?
18.
It's
It needs
18.
to be. But I still disagree with you
Handgun's
guys. There
21,
is
right?
absolutely no use for military weapons for the average. This guy that shot up the school, he decapitated two
Yeah.
10-year-olds because of the power and the explosiveness of that fucking gun. There is nobody other than the military that needs that gun, period.
Right.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
you know what? To be honest with you, if I need to give up my AR-15, that's fine. I will. As long
yeah.
as I can keep my handguns and a shotgun, I'm good.
No,
But
I
you're right.
wanted
You
a
know. You're right.
handgun. I was raised around guns. I mean, I was never against them. I had some growing up. I even bought a 22 for Sherry and Brian to teach them because we used to dry camp out in the middle of the desert, and there were rattlesnakes and shit around, and I bought them a 22 and taught them how to shoot it. But shit, I'm losing my train of thought.
No, no, there it goes.
Yeah, when I was
Senior
living out
moment.
in the
I can't
shut
see
up.
you anymore. Yeah, there you go.
When I was living out in the high desert, and you got these 20-year-old kids, guys, men driving around on a bicycle, just cruising around and looking at all the places, and there's a lot of high crime out there. I wanted to buy a gun, and it's next to fucking impossible to buy a handgun in California.
Yes.
So California is different than the rest of the states. But when I wanted a gun, I couldn't get one. I could have got a shotgun, and I should have went ahead and bought the shotgun. But there's probably just as much violent crime here, but I don't feel threatened here. I live in a neighborhood where the people sit on their porches and everybody waves and says hi. And it wasn't that way out in the high desert where I lived in an apartment complex. So I actually don't feel like I got a couple bats. I feel okay with that, even though I can't swing a bat right now. But
it's really, it's not even about the people that live around you, though. Usually the people that are coming to do something to you in your home, they don't live anywhere near you.
no,
Well,
I know.
look at those back when they were doing the home invasion. There was one. There was like these Pacific Palisades or somewhere. They're having this fancy party, right?
Yeah.
People are coming in and out. And all of a sudden, you see these two kids come out of a car, hoodies, everything, with guns. They go up and start robbing the people.
Yeah.
And they couldn't believe it. The people. I mean, like you said, they go to areas that they don't live.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that happened to me. I lived. I was sharing an apartment with 3 other guys in Long Beach. We were all contracting at McDonnell Douglas, making a buttload of money. And one by one, everybody left. And then it was just my one roommate who I ended up getting a house from somewhere else. But this guy was an alcoholic. I'd wake up in the morning and the front door would be wide open. There was a fucking hooker in the living room playing with his stereo. And I'm like, excuse me, who are you? And this was right downtown, scummy part of Long Beach. Well, when all the other guys left and we decided to stay with McDonnell Douglas a while longer, we rented a place in Belmont Shores. What I'm getting at is nobody ever stole anything from us. And I had my Jeep without a top on it. And then we moved to Belmont Shores. We didn't live there a week when they broke into the garage and stole our tools and all kinds of bullshit. Mm-hmm. Who wants to rob you when you live in a poor area in Long Beach? You go to Belmont Shores where the people have money and rob them there.
But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I kind of understand that about the AR-15s. We really don't really need them. I mean,
you don't.
I don't know. But but I'm telling you, I'm not giving mine to the police. They can kiss my fucking ass. They better, if they want my gun, give me money. But I'm not just giving it up.
I can understand how you guys feel. I mean,
because I put money in that. I put money in that gun.
You guys are never probably going to shoot anybody up, but you never know what can set somebody off. But
not with that gun.
It's a complicated situation.
If anything, if I need to defend my house, I'm going to grab one of my handguns, not my rifle.
The best home defense gun is a shotgun, dude.
Yeah.
You don't have to be accurate if you're scared and falling down. It's a wide pattern. It's so loud it's going to scare the
You
other
know,
people.
and I'm even tempted to get a CCW. They're easier to get out here in San Bernardino County than LA. It's LA is almost impossible to get one.
Shotguns
Yeah.
are the
I like that. I like that shotgun that Silent Benny has. The ones that it looks like a assault rifle, but it's just a,
military
Oh
style
yeah, but
ones.
yeah,
it's just a shotgun. That thing was cool, man. It's so easy to shoot. It's got zero kickback. It's got the spring.
semi.
Yeah, and it was cool, man. I dug that. But yeah,
You got to be careful though, because a lot of cities have laws where the first two shells have to be birdshot. Because
yes,
birdshot's really probably not going to kill anybody.
just hurts
Going
like
to
hell.
scare the shit out of them and pepper
Mhm.
them. And then after those two, then you can put buckshot in there, which will blow a hole in somebody. So
Yes,
it's kind of
Yeah.
like you have to have two shots to where like get the fuck out of here. And if they still don't get out of here, then you got a buckshot round to kill them.
yeah.
Right.
That's one bad thing. That's one drawback about California. So that we have really tough gun laws, and that's a good thing. But what's bad about California is if you shoot someone in your home defending yourself, that person can probably sue you, and they'll
Yeah.
probably
Well,
get money
you
for it.
just gotta make sure the person's inside your house.
Yeah,
You know.
There's still been cases where there wasn't deadly. They still can argue deadly force. We don't have the laws like they have in Texas or other countries, where if they're on your property, you can kill them, whether they have
Yeah.
a gun
Yeah.
or not. That's not
Yeah.
the case here.
yeah,
We got a lot of bleeding heart people. The guy in L.A. What's his name? The prosecutor dude that everybody hates and trying to recall.
yeah. The one that keeps letting prisoners out.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
fucking guy, I'm sure, would probably let a victim sue you if
Yeah.
he was in your house.
Yeah. What's it called? There's no stand your ground laws here.
No, stand your
Yeah.
ground was what I was trying to think
Yeah.
of.
It's pretty much everywhere else except here.
We're-
Maybe,
we're-
New York,
Yeah,
somewhere else.
we're one of the few states in the West that
I
don't
know
have a stand your
Florida.
ground law.
Florida has that. Texas, Florida.
All the Republican states, you could pretty much guarantee
Yeah.
have a stand your ground law.
Right.
100%, because they're all rootin' tootin', gun toting, Trump loving
But
motherfuckers.
but that gets me. I mean, if you need to defend your property, if one of these kids, and they're mostly kids, are willing to take your life, by robbing you or home invasion or something, it sucks that you try to defend your property, and then chances are, like you said, you might get sued
Yeah,
by maybe their parents. Oh, you killed my kid. He was only 16.
exactly.
Well, yeah, but he was pointing a gun at my wife, about to pull the trigger. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
If he had
that's
a
okay?
gun and he was trying to shoot you and he's facing you and you killed him in your home, you're probably okay. But what happens is a lot of these people get scared, turn around and run, and the homeowner shoot him in the back, and then you're fucked.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Just aim low so you don't kill him, I guess.
Well, what is it below the waist is
Yeah.
not considered attempted murder.
Yeah. Just aim low, man. Shoot their nuts off so they can't procreate.
There you go.
You don't know how your kids are going to turn out. And Brian, you were talking about how it's their responsibility. Why they let them do this? Let my ass. My dad had not a fucking clue what I did every night. I snuck out when my friend's house. We break into the pool at the apartment complex. They hadn't have a clue. And my sister, Janine, especially, tells me the shit she did. And that our parents were clueless to any of this crap. They didn't know anything.
Disconnected parenting.
Right, dude.
Well,
I couldn't
back
do
then
that.
it was worse
Yeah.
I
than
couldn't
it
do that. My dad would beat my ass if I did
Yeah.
shit like that.
I
didn't.
was able to. I was able to do that, but it's because when I lived with my mom and my stepdad, like I was, my stepdad's kids were all older, like way older. My stepdad was 10 years older than my mom,
Mhm.
and my step siblings were all, way older than me. And so by the time they got married, like I was an afterthought, I think, for my stepdad as far as that goes. Like he can take care of himself, he's fine. And they worked nights a lot. My mom worked swing shifts, so yeah, I did that shit. I had disconnected parents. And I could do that, but not all the people I knew could do that. A lot of my friends had parents that fucking asked questions, dude.
I couldn't do that. Are you kidding?
Yeah, like it depends.
Nowadays, yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little different now.
Well, it's
a
more
lot
nowadays.
hands-on.
They expect well, a lot of these kids are raised by the internet, TVs, TV, internet,
Yeah.
whatever. But not them. But that's the thing. They start getting all, once the kid gets killed or something. Oh, then they all change. Oh,
Yeah.
then they try to be good parents. But it's like, well, it's too late, man. Your kid did some bad shit. I mean, you
I'm
had no
always
idea, you know.
I'm always kind of getting on Brian to help play with the kids, play catch with them every night. They're doing okay hitting, but they can't field for crap, and I'm always on him. And then I stopped and thought about it for a minute. I never once played catch with my father. Not once in my entire childhood did
And
that man throw a ball to me or catch a ball that I threw to him. I
I
went to my friend's house. We played. We taught each other. We played every day, and we got good playing every day. But now, on the other side of that, that's not the way it is now. Kids don't have friends in the neighborhood that they run around with and play with.
Because kids don't
So
play outside. I
in
mean,
that
it's
respect, it
but
is a little bit different. They do need
uh,
some help because they
and
don't
also
have
parents
friends.
are not like they used to be in a sense that a lot of times two of them at the work
we
and they're
both
not really
work,
around.
yes, and I do play catch with
Yeah.
my kids, and they do have friends that they play with. The whole statement you just said right now is all false.
No, it's not.
You're generalizing. You can't
You do, but then
generalize.
you go on spats, Brian, where you don't do anything with
It's
them.
not a spat. We're busy.
Busy. Okay, I know, busy.
And plus, half the time during the year, depending on, what season it is, by the time my wife and I get home with our children, it's dark outside. We
Yeah.
work. We're working parents. I leave my house at 6 o'clock in the morning and I don't get home until 5 o'clock in the evening. That's a fact. Then
Yeah.
that you
I don't
can't
know.
change. You can't change
It
that
didn't
fact.
matter the time of the year. I slept with my fucking football. I had that football never left my side from the time I was about 10 until high school.
I
I
don't know.
still have
But there's
a
a different
stuffed
time,
Yeah,
football that I
Different time,
it's a different time. You're
different time.
romanticizing your childhood, man. It's a
100 years
different
ago,
time.
whatever. It's a different time, man.
Yeah.
Even my time was different than the time today. So
Yeah.
I know.
You're
every
I
generation
know.
is different.
yeah,
Like
you're
like Sherry says, I was raised by wolves. No, I had no parental oversight, nothing, and we were just on our own. We were fucking raised by wolves, and she's not far wrong from that statement.
Yeah, and so were Sherry and I basically. So just an FYI.
Not
Sherry,
when we lived in Diamond Bar,
no,
Brian.
I'm talking. See, you romanticize that shit. That happened when I was fucking 2 years old. Okay, none of that matters.
You were in school when we still lived there, Brian.
When you and my mother got divorced, I was 8 years old.
Right.
So all of this Mayberry shit you have in your mind that you romanticize, that doesn't matter. All of that happened before I got to the age where I was doing bad shit,
But I'm
sneaking out of
not
the house.
fantasizing. That really was. Diamond
I'm
Bar was
not.
that way.
I didn't
Wrightwood
say.
was that way. You guys went to ski school. There was no crime in Wrightwood.
I didn't
It
say
was after the
fantasize.
divorce.
I
It
didn't
was
say.
after the divorce that all that stuff became true.
I didn't say fantasize. I said romanticize.
Romanticized.
You're
Okay.
thinking about how it was, and it's fond memories, but it's not. It's way out of context. We're talking about things we did as teenagers.
Oh,
And by the time I was a teenager, I very much, hi mom, love you. I very much had absentee parents. Whether they were doing it on purpose or not, they were absentee parents. I was off the leash and I was able to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. Nobody knew where I was for a lot of it. And
yeah. Well, that was a casualty of greed by the 80s.
yeah.
Definitely the 90s. Unless you were a doctor or some high, end job, it took two incomes to live. It wasn't that way in the 50s and 60s, and even in the 70s a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But after that, the greed and everything just made it to the point where everything was so expensive you had to have two
How was
incomes.
it greed?
So there
I
wasn't a
don't.
mom.
It wasn't greed. It was more like necessity. I mean, my parents had to both work to survive. It wasn't
But
greed.
that was created by greed, not
No.
your
How was
mom
that
and
greed?
No,
not your mom and dad's
the
greed.
corporate
dude.
greed.
The
Corporate greed.
corporate greed, the people
Yeah.
that kept raising the house prices, raising this, just
It's
making
the
it
government,
harder
everything.
to live on one
Yeah.
income. That's what I'm talking about. Greed. No, not your parents' greed.
I was
No,
gonna
they
say,
had
my,
to do it to make ends meet. I
yeah,
understand that
yeah.
completely.
And in
But it was the
California,
reason you had to do that, the greed from corporations and bullshit that just kept wanting more and more and more.
you can't blame that solely on corporations. It's government.
Government. Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Yeah,
government. It's
government
yeah.
too.
We have a lot of regulation. We have a lot of taxes. We have, there's a lot of shit that we have to pay
Well,
here.
and everything gets handed down.
Yeah.
when right? I mean, like when you join a union, you got to pay union dues, right? You
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
pay more for medical insurance. It just trickles down,
Yeah.
to the lower end. They say shit rolls downhill.
Shit rolls downhill for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it
100%.
does.
So,
But it's magnified on the coast. I mean, you get in the middle of the country, and you actually can still live on one income if you
Probably. Yeah.
wanted to in the middle of the country,
A lot of people
But
are doing that. I have some
it's
family of
changed.
mine. They
Yeah,
moved to like Arkansas or somewhere because it's probably cheaper,
yeah,
like you said.
yeah. Oh, it's far cheaper. I
100%.
mean, what it was on the news the other day how ridiculous. Everybody's jumped on the bandwagon about how much everything is. Meat's 20% more. Blah blah blah. A one-bedroom apartment, average cost of a one-bedroom apartment is now over $2,300 a month.
Jeez, that's crazy.
It's nonsense, is what it is.
Pat
It's not,
Vince's, Sherry and Patty's house payment is fucking like $1,300.
No, that'd be nice. It'd be nice to have that.
dude, and I've only lived in this house for 7 years, 8 years. Yeah. Wait, how old is Ryan? Yeah, 7 years. I've only been in this house for 7 years, and my mortgage is still less than most of like the people that I know who rent. Like most of their rent that they pay, my mortgage is less than their rent.
Ridiculous.
And it's not
I was
like
beating myself up because I couldn't afford to live here out in the valleys. And then I stop and think about it, and it's like I'm paying the same amount of rent that some of people in my family pay for a house payment. So I had to quit beating myself. It's not me. I did the right thing. I went to work for the college for 20 years to get that pension so I could retire. It's just things are moving at light speed right now.
And
only
then,
here.
and even and then this will, I think greed comes in too, because a lot of
It
times,
does.
like my old landlord, she was a goddamn slumlord. She was greedy.
Yeah.
Every two
Yeah,
years, my rent went up like at least maybe $200-300 every 2 years.
that's ridiculous.
And I started off at like 1750, and actually the the last 2 years was year 5 and year 6. She wanted like 2300. I'm like, bitch, you crazy? This house has roaches. It's falling apart. No, I'm not paying that much. So I ended up paying like 1920 or something like that.
Yeah. That's
So
nonsense, dude.
I can't believe every 2 years, like, yeah, it would go up. And she's like, well, other places want this much. I go, yeah, but these are nicer houses. There's no roaches. There's the
Mm.
roof's not falling apart. She was a fucking slumlord, dude. I hate that.
Well, I took a chance coming here for the simple fact that they did enact those rent controls. They could only raise your rent 3% or a certain
Yes.
percentage of inflation if it was higher than that. So in that little apartment, that little shoebox apartment I had, I could have, in worst case scenario, I could have easily stayed there for 10 years and not had the rent surpass what I could afford because of the 3% thing. But it sucked so hard out there driving over the 15 every time I wanted to come out here. It's just ridiculous. So I had to take this chance, even though I knew in a couple of years it might all blow up in my face. But I had to do it. I had to get out of that desert.
Mm.
Well, driving over the 15, that's not that bad. But being in Apple Valley, fuck that place.
Ryan, apparently you didn't see. You had to have seen about the accident on 15 yesterday. Your friend,
No.
your best friend, did an RIP. It was a UPS driver got
Oh,
killed.
yeah, I saw that. Yes, I did see
And
that.
traffic was backed up all the way down into San Bernardino County. It was like a 5-hour, 6-hour drive to get over Cajon Pass. And I dealt with that a lot.
Well, here's the conversation that I used to have. Well, not that I used to have. I still have with you all the time. And you don't seem to understand it. You're retired. You have no schedule. You are your schedule.
I
So
know.
if you ever get into that situation where there's just traffic backed up for multiple hours, pull off the freeway and go see a movie. Dude,
And there's times I did that, but I also had a son that said you can see the kids at 10 o'clock, but don't come even 5 minutes early. And if you don't get there by such and such a
Oh,
time,
hell no.
and I'm
No,
driving,
no,
and
no,
now
no.
I'm working 20 minutes to get there, and
No,
I'm
no,
supposed
no,
to
no.
be able to get there within a 10-minute
Stop.
window.
Stop making noise. Stop making noise with your mouth for a moment. I would say, this is why I say shit like that, because we would have plans to do something at 11 o'clock, and you'll show up at my house at fucking 10:15, bitching and moaning about me not being ready to do anything. I'm like, motherfucker, our plans are at 11. That's
Well,
why
see,
I would tell you don't show up so goddamn early.
I had to leave early, or I would
Yeah.
never make it on time.
No. All right. So,
Anyway, it doesn't
anyways,
All
matter.
right, let's talk about video
Here,
games.
video
This is
games.
this
Video
is
games.
something for another
oh
time. So,
joy,
Yeah.
video games. Okay,
Um.
wait, let me get comfortable here so I can take a nap.
All right. So, firstly, a game that has been in the works and teased for years, and for some reason has never come out. This unicorn of a game, finally out available for pre-orders. That's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Have you seen this?
yep, I pre-ordered
Yeah,
it.
I pre-ordered it as well. I'm so excited about it. It's been teased for so
But are you
long,
getting
dude.
digital or physical? Which one are you getting?
Physical.
From what is it? Limited Run Games.
No, I thought it was Amazon. I did the pre-order on. I forget what it was. Hold on.
Wait, the Shredders? Because I know that the other one was at Amazon, the Cowbunga one.
Yeah, then I thought they had a
I
physical
pre-ordered that one.
version. Um, I thought they had a
Yeah,
physical version on there too.
the game was cool, but my thing is, I mean, I love these retro games, retro-looking games, but I don't know. Sometimes they're hit or miss depending on what they are. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm kind of looking forward to this one. It looks pretty cool.
yeah, dude. It looks like the OG Nintendo version, the Super Nintendo version rather. Was
The
it?
version, yeah, the Turtles in Time.
Yeah, Turtles in Time. Yeah. That used to be an arcade game. It's like a sequel to that.
Oh, they
But
do
it
like that shit. I wonder if I should.
gr-
Sorry, just checking
yeah.
because I usually go to limited run games, but the problem with limited run games is you don't get the game like right when it comes out. You gotta wait like a month or so, and that kind of pisses me off to get the physical game.
Yeah.
It happened with when I found out the hard way when Streets of Rage 4 came out, and I was like, oh, I want a physical copy, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm waiting like a month after the game came out, so I ended up buying digital. But my physical copy, I gave it to my brother-in-law in the Philippines, so he's happy. But you know what I mean? It's kind of like just kind of pissed me off how they do that. But oh man, did I order it from them? Shit, and I gotta check because if that's the case, I'll just cancel limited run and just order it on Amazon.
I'm looking at the one on Amazon right now, and it looks like it's a hard copy. It's not a download.
Let me see. Let me double check first. Yeah. Sometimes they get you with that, and it's like, oh, it looks like a physical copy.
I'm reading the fine print right now to see if I see anything that says otherwise.
Yeah, it says item weight 3.2 ounces, so it's a physical copy.
Yeah. So
Okay.
and it's still $35. So
Shit. Yeah, that's how much I paid at limited run games. I
yeah.
think it's. Let me see. Is it? Or, I'll find out first. Maybe they're gonna let it come out at the same time. Thanks for reminding me, but it's so funny because I was like, that game and then also the Cowbunga one. I was actually I ordered the PS4 and the Switch version, but then I'm like, what am I doing? I could just play the Switch version on a TV,
Yeah.
the docking, and it looks the same because it's an old school game. Doesn't need the super power of a PS4.
Yeah.
So I went through all my Amazon list and got rid of all the games that were for both systems. A lot of these old retro looking games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the Switch can handle them.
Yeah. The Switch does it well.
Yeah. And because I just canceled the PS4 version of the Cowbunga one because it's like, well, why? I just get it for the Switch.
Yeah.
I don't need the PS4.
And then you can take it anywhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's why, yeah, for any games that aren't super graphics intensive, I tend to get them on the Switch because you get that added bonus of being able to take it anywhere.
Right.
And it's always really nice. But yeah, dude, like I loved that game when I was a kid, Turtles in Time. I played that so much in the arcade, and then Silent Benny, where's Silent Benny at? He had it on NES, and we used to play it all the time, dude. And then they teased this thing.
I did get it. Damn.
Oh,
I got it from limited run games. Yeah.
Yeah. Just cancel it, dude. It's still available on Amazon.
I'm kind of actually first before I do that. Tomorrow's Monday. I'm gonna call them or contact them and see when it's coming out. It didn't say when it's coming out. I'm hoping that it. Oh yeah. Why it should come out when the other one comes out? Why? That'd be pretty dumb to make people wait. It's the same thing. It's not like anything special.
Yeah. It says on Amazon that this item will be released on December 31st, 2022, but I think that's wrong.
Oh, the Cowabunga one said the same thing
Yeah,
because they don't have an exact date, so they
yeah.
give some bullshit date.
But
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah,
um,
that looks like a because like you said, I mean, I grew up with the Super Nintendo.
yeah,
Um, whenever I grew up, I was a Sega Genesis fan more than the Super Nintendo. I got my Super Nintendo late, like 94, 93.
yeah,
But the Genesis I had when it came out. But I had a friend down the street, a childhood friend, and we would switch. We would like borrow each other's system.
yeah.
So he let me borrow a Super Nintendo, and I let him borrow my Genesis. And, I mean, yeah, I like that version. And then also the Genesis version was cool. The Hyperstone Heist,
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a good
that was
game.
a cool one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I like how it's retro style, but they cleaned it up a bit,
Oh, of course,
and like
yeah,
everything
definitely.
everything looks really sharp, and it's got that retro 16-bit style, but it looks really clean, dude. I'm excited for this game. I've been waiting for this game. They've been teasing it for so long. I don't know why how long could it take to make a game like that?
Well, like there's another game that I was waiting for, and I'm still waiting. It's one of those games that they show trailers, they tease you, but there's no release date. Is I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Hollow Knight Silk Song,
No, never heard of that.
yeah, there was a game called Hollow Knight made like in 2017. It's one of those Metroidvania games where it's like a side
Okay,
scroller,
yeah.
beautiful game, kind of real dreamy, like uh almost like cell shaded animation. You should check it out. It's really cool.
Oh,
And this is like the sequel to it. It's a real kind of like, I don't know, it's like a lonely kind of depressing game, but it's a real beautiful game.
yeah.
And yeah, they came out with a sequel, and it's like once again, it's been in production for years, and I'm sure because of COVID and all that, it was delayed, and
Yeah, that
I
plays
don't
a
know.
factor. I know for sure that's played a factor in the sequel for Breath of the Wild. I'm so mad about that.
Oh fuck
They,
that game, dude. I'm
yeah.
sorry. That game's pissing me off, dude.
Why?
I
Why?
hate that game, man. Because I mean, I'm a Zelda fan. I love Zelda. But dude, that game is just too. Do you know how many times I died in that damn game?
It's
Yeah. Oh,
fun
here,
though.
here I'm climbing a mountain. All of a sudden, oh, I fall and die,
You ran
or
out
I'm
of
trying to.
stamina.
Yeah, but it's like, what kind of shit is that, man? It's like
You you build
they look,
you got to build your stamina up, man. Do the
uh,
shrines. Just do the shrines.
you know.
You'll be good.
No, I'm just trying to do all the shrines, and
Yeah.
in one shrine, I had to fight this robot, like that
Yeah.
has like a sword and all that. Fucker kept killing me,
Yeah.
and I finally killed him. And it's like, oh look, there's a shrine in the middle of the water. Let me go down there. I go down there, and it says, like, I think the guy on top of the hill was like medium boss or medium skill or something they called it, light
Uh,
skill. And the bottom one was a heavier one. I'm like, oh great, now I got to deal with this motherfucker. And all my weapons are broken. I'm breaking weapons. Like, what are we playing Silent Hill 4? Come on, man.
it's
Dude, that
realism.
sounds like that old school game, Dark Tower, that we used to
Oh
play.
It's
God.
You
realism.
had, you had to carry enough food if you started running low on food and play the death march, and you'd
But
lose
Zelda, I
a
mean,
soldier every time.
my favorite Zelda game will always be Twilight Princess. I love that game.
Yeah. That's a good
It's a
game.
Zelda game. All the games are awesome like that, but
Yeah.
this one just had to go hyper realistic. I mean, what's Link gonna do? Like take a shit in the woods or somewhere, or he's got to have sex with Zelda to gain health? Come on, man. It just
I don't know. It's one of my favorites still, and I'm waiting for the sequel, man. And they delayed it again till next year.
good. Fuck that game. And then like the worst part is when you get hit, like you're fighting an enemy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, your weapon breaks, and then the fucker hits you. You roll downhill, literally. You roll downhill, and they're still hitting you, and you can't even get up. Ooh, that got me so mad.
Go back to the
Oh my
Zelda thing. You actually got my attention when you said have sex with
Oh
Zelda.
God. Oh
You know,
God.
that
So
game. Seriously, I can't do anything. I felt like so helpless.
I've beaten that
You
game
know.
like 12 times, dude.
Oh my god, that game is just
But
pissing me off.
I
I might come back to it. I don't know.
I love those survival RPGs though, where you start basically in your draws. You got nothing to your name, right? And you got to build up your character.
Yeah, but I
And
never thought a Zelda game would do shit like that. I
yeah,
mean, you know
I
what I mean?
I like it. I dig games like that. That's why I like it so much. And the open world, like you can do whatever you want aspect of it. There's no path.
Yeah, but it's just not the same. It's just not.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like a Zelda game made by. It's like a Honda made by Toyota. It's just
Yeah.
it's not the same. Kind
I
of looks like the same, but I don't know.
I really dig it. But speaking of Breath of the Wild and Zelda, the other game I wanted to talk about was The new Sonic the Hedgehog game is coming out. Did you see that shit? I'm
Oh,
excited for that.
the what's the not the 3D one, the 2D, right? Is it
Yeah,
3D?
no, it's 3D. It's Sonic Frontiers, and it's an open world game, dude. Like when I first saw it, I was like, "What in the Breath of the Wild is this
Oh,
shit?"
jeez.
Like
So
it
now
was,
what? He's gonna climb mountains too,
yeah,
and
exactly.
he's gonna run out of breath.
It's a
He's
full
gonna get
on
tired.
like open world fucking Sonic game,
Oh
and
God.
they were showing gameplay of it. The only thing I didn't like was that in the gameplay previews they don't have any battle scenes. They don't show Sonic like fighting any bad guys or anything. So I want to see that mechanic, right? But the open worldness of it and what I saw from the gameplay, dude, I dig it. You still have to collect rings, and there's still like you're still hyper fast. It's still Sonic the Hedgehog. Like you still move like really fast, and there's rails you
So
can
let me,
ride and shit.
but let me guess, like you could trip over rocks and shit like that. Hit a
Maybe.
branch,
I
right?
mean, I don't know. Maybe, but I
Oh
like the
man.
open world. I like games where I'm not forced to follow a path. Like I like to be able to like just do whatever I want and progress through the game how I
You
want.
know, okay, for me that I believe in that too, but it depends what it's the subject. Like something like Zelda and Sonic, I don't see it in that world. I see
Yeah,
it more like like I was playing the Horizon Zero Dawn.
yeah.
That game's open world, beautiful. You know what to do. You can kind of almost go anywhere like Zelda. You can climb mountains, but guess what? You don't get tired. You know. Um, but that game also has a mechanic I don't like is when you're getting hit, you kind of roll around like stumble. While you're getting hit again. You know,
Yeah.
I hate that. I mean, I'm not saying games have to be super easy, but come on, man. There's a time and place for those kind. But
Well, the
eh, you know,
the good old days, like the original Resident Evil, where you can pick your difficulty level, and
mm,
I like the remake. I have the remake for Steam. Um, when you're starting a new game on the remake, it asks you a question and it says like it's some dumb shit like I enjoy scaling a cliff for sport, and then it says I enjoy riding a bike competitively, and then the last one is I enjoy taking a walk because I can relax. I'm like that's mine. Like I choose that. That's the difficulty level, right? Like it's a little questionnaire. I like it. I dig it.
but I want like games to be enjoyable. Like the Horizon game. I come back to that because a new one, I was getting my ass kicked
Yeah,
by low level enemies. Like what the fuck? And it's like
yeah,
the difficulty is like normal, but I found out there's a mode. It's not. It's easier, but it's not considered easy. It's called like a story mode or something,
yeah,
where you could actually focus on the story, but the enemies won't kill you like so easily like they do.
yeah,
So I picked that mode, and I'm actually enjoying the game. I mean, it's not too easy. I still get killed, but not like crazy like before.
yeah.
Um, but I don't know. My thing right now is that's kind of I don't care too much for all these games are just remakes. They're making all remakes. Like they just did what Resident Evil 4. They're gonna remake.
Yeah, I
And
don't.
that's a good game. I like it, but
They're following the timeline because they remade Resident
two and
the original Resident Evil a long time ago, and then they remade two, and then they
yeah,
remade three. So they're just following.
and then
And
four.
I really only like one and two, and then I like what was it, seven? Biohazard. Which one was
Oh,
Biohazard?
yeah, seven.
Yeah,
The yeah,
I like that one, and then I like the
the
Village.
village.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I haven't gotten to those. I
yeah.
mean, once again, I mean they changed the formula. Like, hey, let's make it first person. Whereas there's always
Yeah,
the tank controls with you can see the characters, pre-rendered backgrounds.
yeah,
Um,
I do prefer third person than first person.
you don't like four, Resident Evil 4,
It's okay. It's
with the,
okay.
the with the Spanish zombies, or the
The
Spanish
Spanish
zombies.
zombies. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
it. I had it for PS3. Um, it's okay. I prefer one and two. Like after one and two, they kind of lost me until they got to seven, and that's because seven went back to the original. Like I like the idea probably for the same reason that you hate Zelda. I like the idea of it being like difficult. It's hard to get through that house
Mhm.
in seven. You're scrounging around for weapons. You got like a piece of fucking wood with a nail in it, and you're trying it's hard, dude. You got to figure that shit out,
Yeah.
and you got to like build up an arsenal of weapons. And then same thing with the
Well,
village.
yeah.
You're basically standing on a road. You just got in a car accident. You got nothing but a cell phone that doesn't work, and that's how you start. They toss you into this fucking village full of zombies and creatures and shit, and you got nothing, and you just got to work your way. You know, you got to build your shit
Yeah, I guess
up.
that's the new thing. But the
Yeah.
one mechanic that I really don't like is that rogue. Have you heard the rogue style games like
No.
uh Returnal? Returnal, like in other words, when you die
Mm.
and you come back, the game is different. Like the level's different every
No.
time you come back. Like Hades, Hades does that.
I've
Remember
never
the game
played.
Hades?
Yeah, I've never played a game that does that.
Yeah, there's Hades on the Switch, or I don't know if you heard of that game. That one does the same thing. When you die and you come back, the levels, all the levels are different. They change.
Interesting.
There's a game called uh, yeah, Returnal does that. Hades, and then there's another one. It's like a little side scroller game. Same thing. When you would die and all of a sudden you come back, and you're like, wait, this level is completely different. Like they randomize it every time you come back. They call it rogue style or something.
Interesting. So that makes it really hard
Really-
to progress because like
Well, yeah, you get to keep all your stats and everything, but just the level layout is different
but like
every time.
yeah, one thing about like the old Resident Evil games, for example, like when I would die at a certain spot repetitively, right? Like
Yeah.
eventually you understand what you're doing wrong or what you need to do to not die, and you just you get good at doing that thing, and then all of a sudden you can get through it no problem first try. If it were to change up on you every time you die and come back, then you can't do that. Like memorization is out the window.
Dead Cells. That's the other one I'm talking about. That one actually, I returned that game. I was so pissed. I just sold it back to where I bought it from. Like, fuck this game.
Yeah.
It's like you said. I mean, you want to get good at a level, but how can you get good if it keeps changing?
Yeah. So it's like, like that goes against everything that I know about how to get good at playing a game.
Yeah.
It's an interesting mechanic.
But I guess I'll give Zelda a chance. But oh my god, just like,
Oh, dude.
dude, I'm like, throwing apples at enemies, and you know what I mean. I'm cooking things, and I'm like, oh my god.
It's funny we're at such opposite ends of the spectrum here, because with Zelda, like the last game that I restart it all the time from the beginning eventually, just because I like to do it.
Ocarina of Time.
No,
Oh,
like the beginning of Breath of the
oh,
Wild. Like I'll restart the game
okay.
from the beginning every once in a
Mhm.
while, just because I want to start again. And the last time I restarted, my goal, and just full transparency, I died twice, but my goal was to complete the entire game all the way through to Ganon without dying. But I died twice. I couldn't do it, and I'm gonna do that again. I want to restart the game and make it through the entire game without dying at all.
But some of the enemies too, they get like one hit on you and you're dead. Like, what the fuck?
You do like stealth tactics, man. You don't have to fight everything you come across. You just run.
See, I'm not used to that for a Zelda game. Zelda game, I'm just
Yeah.
killing everything that moves.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the rupees or ruples.
Oh, but
And
see that's what's cool about Breath of the Wild, though. You don't need to kill things to get rupees. There's other things you can get to sell.
Yeah, but it's just that's another thing too. Now I'm like a, what do you call it? Like a pack rat.
Yeah,
And that's another thing. You can only hold so many swords. Oh, look, you got a twig. Oh, wait, I need to drop the twig to pick up the axe.
Yeah.
I get the axe. I use it. Oh, 2 hits and it's broken. It's like, oh my god.
That's the beauty of it, dude. That's the beauty
See, you know what?
of it.
You know, I tell you this. That's what killed Silent Hill for me, because I was a huge fan of Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3. Here comes Silent Hill 4. Oh, guess what? You're limited on what you can carry. Your weapons break. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
They throw that realism in there, dude, and
fuck that realism.
I appreciate it to a point. It's the beauty of it, and then you got to get the Master Sword. The Master Sword doesn't break; it just runs out of energy and then it recharges.
I don't even know where to get that. I'm where am I right now? I just got I got to that observatory area where I talked to that little girl.
Oh, you're way early.
And I got the camera. the camera.
Yeah.
And I got to take pictures of mushrooms and shit. And
you're way.
Oh, look! I'm climbing the mountain. Oh, guess what's raining? I fall. I slipped down.
You slip.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You're way early. I'll turn you on to there's a YouTube channel that I watch. I'll turn you on to it, where he makes fun of the mechanics of Breath of the Wild. Like why you can't climb a cliff when it's raining, but when it's snowing, it's fine.
And then that's another thing. Yeah, when it's cold, I'm freezing my ass off and I'm dying. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Or you have to walk around with a torch. Okay, okay.
Or like to go to the volcano, you only need one piece of the 3-piece fireproof set. So like if you put on the fireproof helmet, but you have no clothes on underneath, and you're fine.
Just like the old Zelda games, you needed some type of like Ocarina of Time. You needed some new armor to wear.
Yeah.
That will protect you from the heat of
Yeah.
the volcano.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
Z's, same mechanics.
I don't know. It's a beautiful game though, but
I
oh my
like it.
god,
I like it a
pissing
lot.
me off.
If you're really not cool with that game, you would hate my office because I got Breath of the Wild paraphernalia all over. I have a full map of the. Let's see if the cable's long enough. I have a full map of the world right there. There it is.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, I love that game.
I mean, it's a beautiful game, and like I said, I heard they're gonna release Twilight Princess on the
Yeah,
Switch.
they will.
That I'm
Yeah,
waiting for that. I'm itching for that. That one and Wind Waker, which actually I never finished. I bought it for the
Wind
Switch, for the GameCube.
Wind Waker is on Switch already. You can buy Wind Waker.
On the Switch?
I think so. Yeah,
No.
I thought so.
Is it supposed to be it's supposed to be a double pack? That's supposed to have a
Oh, yeah, I know. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. You're right. You're
That,
right.
that one's the one with the boat.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah. Yeah, that's not
the
out yet. You're
talking
right.
boat?
You
Well,
right.
I
You
guess
right.
this explains why you're so busy.
What you talking to me?
Yeah, playing games.
That's why I
Okay, la
have.
chingada. Really?
Yeah, that's what the
Really,
fucking
man?
dude.
Come
God
on.
damn it. That's why I have a Switch. I take it to work and play it at lunchtime. And I also got this. I want to talk about this really quick before we go. We're at hour 10, so we can end. But this guy just came a year after I fucking ordered it. Finally. Oh,
Oh, your Steam Deck.
Steam Deck,
Did you get
dude.
which one did you get?
The middle one.
Mm.
And I regret it immediately.
Was it because of the glare, the screen?
No. I actually. Sorry, I just hit the mic with my hat.
I know there's three. I know
Yeah.
the smallest one has the slower hard drive. The new one's
Yeah.
got
The middle one has
better
the 256, but
drive,
with the better drive, and then the top
and
tier
then the
one had
last one has the
500
with the
with the matte
what do you call it?
screen.
With the matte, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but here's the thing. So I bought the middle of the road one because I wanted the faster storage, and I wanted to make sure there was enough room on it because I'm going to use it mostly for emulators. I'm going to run retro games on it mostly.
Oh, but you know what? I'll do real quick on that.
Uh,
If you use GOG, a lot of games on DOSBox don't work
yeah,
on Steam Deck.
there's only 2 games on DOSBox that I even play anyway, so it's not that big
It
of a
might not
deal.
work. Yeah. Okay.
But after it came out and people started getting eval units in their hands, by people I mean like Linus Tech Tips and Nexus Gamers and stuff like that on YouTube. When they did the teardown, I'm like, damn it, I should have bought the cheap one because it's so easy to upgrade the hard drive.
Oh.
I'm like, God, I'm such an idiot. I should have thought about
Mhm.
that. Like I was afraid it was gonna be like super hard, and I didn't want to dissect the thing.
Mhm.
It's really not. It's not that hard, dude. They get to the slot for the M.2 so easily. And I'm like,
Nice.
fuck. Oh well.
Wait,
Like,
there's a slot for the M dot. Wait,
yeah, it's
is
removable.
the
It's a removable M.2.
no, but the cheapest one is also uses M.2, or is that or something else?
It
It
has
has
a
an MCCE or something.
MCCE, yeah. But I think it still has an M.2 port.
M.2, okay,
Yeah,
okay, but it's a slower drive, right?
slower drive, and God. So I was like,
One also has doesn't it also have a expandable slot you
it
can
does,
put
yeah,
a
SD card,
SD.
and so that's what I was planning on doing. Like I'll run my like the larger games like Alien Isolation. I'll run those off the SD. I don't care. I wanted the onboard storage mostly for ROMs and stuff like that, but I'll just run everything else off the SD, and I'm fine with that. And then for the matte glass, like they make screen protectors that will make the glass matte.
That's the same thing.
I have one for my iPad. It's not a big deal, but yeah, I bought it just for that, just for the storage, and I'm like, God, I should have just bought the cheap one. I could have just upgraded it, no problem. I saw how
Yeah.
easy they popped into it, and I'm like, fuck.
Oh, you're okay though. You got a fast drive, so you're
Yeah,
good.
yeah, and I played around with it for a couple hours today, and dude, it's dope. I like it.
Yeah, I saw some reviews on it, and they were saying that if you want to run some of these DOSBox games, you gotta install Windows on it. But I heard that's
Yeah,
like just stupid to do because it's running the Steam
Steam OS.
OS.
Yeah,
What is it called? I forgot the name. Not, it has a name. It's a name of something. That's what they call their
the Steam OS itself, or
yeah. What is it called? Or what they used to run? I think the emulators. No, not the emulators.
I know what you're thinking of.
It's a
Yeah,
name.
I can't think of it either.
But yeah, they're saying that that's what it runs on, and
Yeah,
it's fine for everything. But they're saying some of these games need Windows or it run, but it's Windows 11 is so.
but
Dude, what's up with Windows 11, man? That's just like a.
I honestly haven't played with it I don't
It's a
have an
travesty,
opinion.
man. It's so
Yeah.
stupid. It's a stupid, and I like how most of my computers say, "Oh, your computer doesn't qualify." I'm like, dude, I have 32 gigs of RAM. I'm running, I have an 8770. How is that not
Yeah.
How is that be able to run Windows 11?
Honestly,
I don't
when
know.
it first came out, they were having issues with AMD chipsets,
Oh yeah, yeah, I heard about that.
and so
Yeah,
I lost interest, and I really haven't revisited. I know that they've, it's Microsoft. I'm sure they've patched these problems, but
yeah.
I haven't really had a chance to revisit. I don't know. I haven't played with it, so I don't have an
I'm having a
opinion.
lot of problems with my Windows 11 and my VPN Nord.
Yeah, well, I heard about that
It won't
too.
update. It won't fucking update. I
Yeah.
went through hell with it. I finally got. It's almost impossible to talk to somebody from Nord, but I finally got on a chat with this guy. He tried all these things. He sent me to the special desk of whatever, and they just finally just sent me a link to update for that one. Okay,
Should probably
and
just
so it
reinstall
was
10.
updated, but now it's asking for a new update. There's a new update about 4 or 5 times a month, and it's doing the same thing. The application you have will not work with it, and I'm like, fuck you,
Well,
Just install
downgrade it.
Windows
10.
11.
Yeah, yeah. Go back to 10.
Downgrade it. That's just, it's
Solve your
easy to
problem right
do.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there's something that was backed up, and I guess you can turn it off or something.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
hashtag death to spin drives. You have all SSDs. Just fucking downgrade it to Windows 10. It'll take you like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
Yeah,
waiting
but
for?
that's not how it works. I mean, I know there's been bad Windows in the past, and you
Every
hang
other
on to an
version.
old one, but you gotta go forward. You can't keep going back. There's got to be a
False.
But
point.
10 and 11 is like literally
False.
like
Yeah,
splitting
and
hairs. I
no,
mean,
that statement is false. Insert Exhibit A, Windows Vista.
oh,
You have every right. You have every right to go backwards, because
yeah.
every
Or
once in
Windows
a
8.
while, you know what? Windows has had a lot of good operating systems, but every once in a while they just fucking lay an egg, man. And
Windows Vista, Windows 8, Windows ME. Remember that one?
Windows
Go that
ME,
far back?
yeah, Windows
Remember Windows
ME, yeah,
ME?
that shit, dude.
Shit. Windows
Dude,
98 was the shit back then. That was the best one.
Windows 98 second edition.
98 SE. Yeah.
That's
I still
still
have mine.
one of the most stable OSs I've ever used in my life was Windows 98 SE.
I still have mine.
I have a retail box for it, and I have a retail box for Microsoft Office from back then. Microsoft Office 98. It's
98. And XP was good.
I
XP
loved XP,
64
dude.
was.
XP was good. I don't
64 was
blame
good.
I don't blame Microsoft for this. I blame Nord. Microsoft can't play nice with every fucking
With
possibility out in
Norton,
the
come on,
world.
Norton is one of the most
Yeah, they're
It's the
antivirus.
biggest. It's the biggest one of them
Yeah.
all, and they can't seem to figure this out. It's partially my computer. There's really not a lot of people with these aliens out there versus normal other computers. So there's something to
reason
do
for
with
that.
Windows 11
Yeah.
and
Alien
the
was
hardware
overpriced.
setup and stuff with my alien.
Alienware sucks. I tried to tell you when you bought it.
It doesn't suck, Brian.
It
It's the best
does.
computer I've ever
No,
owned.
No,
then that's not saying much. That's not saying
yeah,
much.
Alienware is the butt of jokes of PC gamers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you buy an Alienware, it's like GTFO noob. Like,
Mhm.
what'd you do that for, man? Like,
That's a
Smooth.
poser
It's got
computer.
the best
Yeah.
keyboard in the world.
Now,
I
I
love
know-
this fucking computer.
really quick. We've been on for an hour 18, so we got to end. But really quick, I just want to make this point. I know you don't have a desktop; you have a laptop, but there's a YouTube channel that I watch. I mentioned them twice already, Gamers Nexus, where they test the hell out of everything. I love this dude. He's such a fucking nerd. He tears everything down. He gives you spec sheets, fucking Excel spreadsheets, and everything you want to know about how this thing performs. And they got a pre-built Dell Alienware spec to the fucking nuts, right? i9 3080 Ti graphics card, spec to the nuts. They got this thing from the factory. Dell undervolts the i9 down to to basically the performance of the i7 because they can't fucking cool the thing. The cooling of that Alienware case is so bad that they have to undervolt it. So you're paying for an i9, but you're essentially getting an i7.
Oh man,
It's such
and you're paying for the
trash.
i9, right?
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's such fucking trash,
Yeah.
dude. What watch
They had
that
a
video.
cooling problem with the generation before mine, but they fixed that.
Well, you allegedly.
Mine don't overheat.
Dell as a business Dell should not own Alienware. They should just let it go because they suck at that.
They kept all the engineers and everything from the original Alienware company.
Clearly they
brought
didn't.
them all on board.
Clearly, they didn't. They've moved on because the original Alienware before they got bought from Dell, they were quality.
It's way better. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get MSI, even
Yeah.
like
I
what is
looked
it?
at the MSIs. I liked the
MSIs are
Dragon. It
good.
was pretty
Those are
cool.
awesome. My brother has one. Those are really
My
awesome.
my Asus laptop, the gaming laptop that I have,
Asus.
cost about half as much as your Alienware, and I fucking love it. The thing is a beast.
Yeah, all those.
No, the good, both of those brands that you just mentioned, a high end one's going to cost you close to $2,000.
No,
No,
1,500 to $2,000.
I got
no, not even. You can get one way
Yeah.
under. You can get one under 1,000.
I have a Ryzen 7 3700H with I think it has a 1660 Super GPU,
Mm-hmm.
and it was $1,100.
Yeah.
32 gigs of RAM, SSD, M.2 SSD, 1 terabyte. Thing's a beast. I fucking love it. It's got 128 hertz refresh rate monitor. Display, rather. It's a laptop.
Oh,
But
one thing though about the games, I am playing a game that you guys might be interested in. It has battles and war strategy, and you got to protect your people and all this. And I'm really into this game for the last year. You should really try it. It's called chess.
oh god.
Anyway, on that note.
On that note, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have to end on that one. But, all right. Anything you guys want to add before we go?
Can't get my fudge at Disneyland because of shortage of supplies. Fucking
always gotta throw in the Disneyland.
Fucking supply chain. I can't get my fucking fudge.
Oh man!
Somebody get the hook.
It's the world's smallest violin playing for you right now.
Play for you right now. Don't you know that they molest children in the tunnels at Disneyland?
Shut up. I can't believe that. I'm laughing and I'm like, when I realized she was serious, I'm like, oh my fuck, what the hell?
Okay. All right.
Disneyland.
All right. I should not have opened that can of worms. I'm trying to put all the worms back right now. Get the lid on. Let's go. All right, we're done. We're done.
Damn that chafing for.
We're done.
Children.
We're all done here,
guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Good night.
Good night.
Later.
Bye.
Later. See y'all in 2 weeks.